So picture this. Khloé Kardashian's house. It's like a masterpiece of intentional calm.
Oh, completely. It's all white lights, branches of eucalyptus.
Yeah.
Just, that perfect modern luxury aesthetic.
But then right in the middle of all that perfectly curated space, the youngest members of the house they throw a wrench into the whole machine.
And they don't, hold a family meeting or send a group text. They deliver a piece of evidence, a source document, really, that immediately blew up online. A handwritten note to Santa.
And this note, it was signed by 7-year-old True and 3-year-old Tatum, who they call Tay-Tay, and it felt less like a request and more like an ultimatum.
A very clear set of demands.
Welcome to the deep dive. This is where we take those viral moments, the celebrity sources, the social media notes, the headlines you see everywhere, and we uncover the bigger strategy that's happening behind the fame.
And our mission today is to get into Khloé Kardashian's meticulously planned 2025 holiday season, which is all framed by this one very specific Christmas wish from her kids.
Yeah, because this isn't just about whether or not a puppy shows up on Christmas morning. It's about a really fascinating pivot in the family's entire public image towards something like tradition and, well, realness.
What's so incredible here is just the absolute clarity of the request. Khloé shared it right away on her Instagram, basically making it the centerpiece of her holiday content.
It's so simple. Just, dear Santa, please, I have a real puppy.
But it's the details that matter.
Right, because here's where it gets really, really compelling. They didn't just ask for a dog, they got specific.
Very specific. A black lab.
And then came that crucial, that non-negotiable instruction.
Santa, make sure it is real.
Make sure it is real.
I mean, that language, made sure it is real. That's the whole story, isn't it?
Yeah.
Khloé's kids, the next generation of a dynasty built on filters and perfection are demanding something tangible, something messy, something you can't really style for a perfect Instagram story.
It's like this unconscious pushback against all that plush consumerism you always see with mega celebrity kids. They want authenticity.
They want something that breathes and makes a mess. And if you connect that desire for reality to Khloé's current setup, her zoological architecture.
Oh, it's a huge shift. We all know the house is run by felines right now.
Right.
She's got those 2 Russian blue cats, Gray Kitty and Baby Kitty.
And she was on the record saying 2 was her limit. She said that 2 was her maximum for cats.
So to go from the, let's say, controlled and smaller chaos of 2 Russian blue cats to the high-energy, bounding presence of a black Labrador.
It's not a small choice. It's a lifestyle statement.
And the lab itself feels symbolic, doesn't it? It feels like a deliberate, almost strategic callback to the family's legacy dog, Gabbana.
Yes, the dog that was all over their earlier media.
So choosing a black lab isn't an accident. It supports this return to a very specific, traditional, almost all-American family dog archetype. It's a way to visually ground the family brand.
In stability, in tradition, which is, a really powerful message to send to millions of followers. It's a restorative act. It reminds everyone that underneath all the custom lighting and minimalist decor, this is a family looking for that classic connection.
And if you are loving how we break down these celebrity narratives, from the word choice in a kid's note to the strategy behind a dog breed, you should definitely hit that subscribe button. You really don't want to miss where we go next.
Okay, so we have to move from the puppy wish itself to the environment Khloé built around it.
Yeah.
Because that request, it really set the tone for her entire 2025 holiday aesthetic.
Yeah. What she's presenting is the ultimate blueprint for modern luxe. Let's get into the architecture of serenity she built.
Her holiday decor this year is such an intentional departure from the maximalism the Kardashians are famous for. It's a pivot.
A pivot toward intentional restraint. A lot of focus on negative space and these really clean lines.
Yeah, sources were noting the specific details that define this whole look. It's a curated, serene piece of design.
So we're talking white lights, minimalist greenery, branches of eucalyptus.
Which also provides that subtle, calming scent. And then just these strategic pops of red florals. It's the visual opposite of a cluttered, over-the-top space.
Okay, but I have to challenge that for a second. If the kids are demanding realness, isn't this minimalist luxury just another layer of, hyper-control?
That's a great question, but I think the strategic objective here is really about accessibility. The goal isn't just to look good, it's to be replicated.
Oh.
The whole aesthetic allows her followers to emulate that traditional, aspirational Ralph Lauren Christmas color palette without it feeling like untouchable wealth.
That's the genius of the shoppable luxury brand, right? The pieces they mention, the real touch, cedar garlands, those glitter pine cones from Crate and Barrel, the pre-lit trees from Wayfair.
It makes the look instantly attainable. It's a way for her followers to literally buy into the Kardashian version of the perfect American Christmas.
So it creates this feeling of connection, like my life is aspirational, but the framework is achievable.
Exactly. And this perfect, serene environment becomes even more powerful when you contrast it with the story from last year.
The parental resilience narrative, that's
Yeah.
critical here. We have to
Yeah.
remember the low point of 2024.
Oh, yeah. Last Christmas, Khloé had to miss the huge Christmas Eve party, the one that's like the centerpiece of their year.
Right, because both True and Tatum were severely ill. She said publicly that True had a really scary 105-degree fever.
So moving from that traumatic health scare and missing the defining family event to this perfectly constructed, blessed, serene setting of 2025.
It creates an incredibly powerful story arc about motherhood.
It says, we overcame the hardship, and now we are settled. We are thriving.
And the centerpiece of that thriving image is, of course, the cousin crew. Her social media is constantly full of pictures of True and Tatum alongside their cousins, Chicago, Stormy, and Dream.
It really solidifies that image of a stable safety net, which is such a major pillar for their holiday content.
Right, and she recently praised her brother, Rob, for his own holiday decorating, specifically saying how he curated his home for his daughter, Dream.
It just reinforces that idea that the whole extended family is this secure, supportive unit.
So we've established this meticulously styled mother persona, the dedication to family, the whole aesthetic of serenity. But now we have to get into the really fascinating part, the duality.
Yes.
Because in the same week that she shared the note for the innocent black lab puppy, she dropped the most delightfully unfiltered chaos.
I mean, she is the undisputed master of this strategic duality. On one hand, she's the modern Luxe mom, arranging Eucalyptus and posting shoppable links.
And on the other, she's still that hilarious, boundary-pushing sister who is more than willing to just blow up the perfection.
Exactly. At the very moment she was debuting the serene holiday look, she apparently tapped into some vintage unfiltered energy during Kim's TikTok live.
We're talking about the now infamous Khloe blowy
A
comment.
moment of just spontaneous, slightly shocking humor that apparently mortified Kris Jenner.
And that tension is the whole point.
It is. She refuses to be one-dimensional. The Khloé, who is a parent striving for perfection, is balanced by the Khloé who appeals to the audience that demands honesty and that, no fucks is given relatability.
So she's maximizing her reach across every single demographic.
But the real engine driving that deeper, long-form connection isn't just a quick TikTok comment. It's the podcast.
The Khloe in Wonderland podcast, yes.
That's where the real work of, documenting the dynasty happens. It's a platform for controlled vulnerability. She just did a Christmas special with Kris Jenner, literally framing her as Mrs. Claus.
It's the official record of the family's traditions.
And that long-form setting lets them discuss the deeper, emotional, laugh-cry moments. It gives insights that a static Instagram caption just can't.
It lends emotional weight to all the beautiful but silent pictures you see online.
And this strategy really stands out when you compare it to other celebrity families. Take Kylie Kelce, for example. On her podcast, she shares these very relatable holiday struggles, like speed wrapping presents and kids who only ask for stuffies.
So the Kardashians take that classic relatable request, the puppy, and they just elevate it into a global, aesthetically flawless media event. It's the universal wish blended with untouchable spectacle.
Which is why this puppy demand is really the linchpin for her 2025 and 2026 narrative. It feels like a very purposeful brand pivot.
Away from the personal, romantic drama.
Yes, and toward the grounded, rigorous focus that you need for family-first, animal-centric content.
If that puppy arrives, and I mean, based on the media push, it seems like it will.
Oh, it has to.
Then 2026 is going to be the year of vigorous, grounded family content. You're going to see training clips, outdoor trips, all the organic puppy chaos.
Which will stand in direct and probably delightful contrast to her hyper-controlled home decor. She'll be forced to embrace the realness her kids actually asked for.
It definitely signals the end of the maximum for cats era and the start of embracing this unscriptable domestic energy, which is exactly what a major brand like hers needs to stay compelling and feel real.
And if you're enjoying this deep dive, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss our next breakdown.
So I guess that leaves us with a final provocative question for you to think about. Khloé Kardashian has expertly packaged this demand for a black lab as a move toward a more grounded domestic life.
Hmm? Perfectly packaged.
But when the cameras turn off, will she truly embrace the unpredictable, the undeniable chaos of raising a high-energy puppy? Or was the handwritten note itself the final perfect word on her shift toward a fully curated life?
Only time and the next season of content will tell.
You've been listening to StarScope Report, where Jordan and Jamie uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.